the Hustle and Giggle podcast.
Welcome to episode 24 of the Hustle and Giggle podcast. Unfortunately, as we record this, Lucky Karma is in Portugal working, or so she says. Apparently she's working, writing, and hopefully taking a little time out for herself. So it's just Lesley and I and a very special guest today. Today's guest is someone who proves that passion and business absolutely can go hand in hand. Nathan is the owner of Radley Windows, a company that's been serving Aylesbury for 27 years. Starting out as a service engineer 16 years ago, he worked his way up through operations and general management before buying the company in 2020, right after COVID. Since then, Nathan's doubled the team, doubled the turnover, secured major industry partnerships, and moved the business into its own premises. But that's only half the story.
From the age of 14, Nathan wanted to be a DJ. He went from bedroom turntables to performing for crowds of 2,000 plus, earning the nickname King of Cheese along the way, which I'm sure we'll find out more about. These days, he channels that same energy into Radley events team, giving back to the local community. He's a BTCC superfan, a self-confessed secret Swiftie, has had 14 knee operations, answers to Mr. Bump, and alongside running a growing business, he cares for both his dad and his stepmom, who have Alzheimer's. Business owner, DJ, carer, family man.
Thank you very much.
But just before we allow Nathan to introduce himself, I have to tell you a funny story. So I'm sure you remember it, we talked about it on the podcast. We were at Leslie's daughter's baby shower 2 weeks ago, and there were 10 of us sat around a table, and they were asking about the podcast. And they said, who's your next guest? And Lesley said, it's Nathan from Radley Windows and Doors. And what do you think happened next?
They all sang the song.
They did. Sang the song. There was in Leslie's house. There was a big burst of Radley Windows and Doors. It was hilarious. It was brilliant. It was very funny.
Well, that's all down to Bucks Radio, of course.
Absolutely. So Nathan, over to you. Welcome to the podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself and enlighten us on some of those interesting facts that we've just shared about you?
I think we've done most of it. I don't know if there's much more to tell you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's amazing. I've done all of that and then some, really. Love life, enjoy most of every day, try not to get too stressed about things and just get on with it, right?
Love that.
Brilliant.
That's it, really.
Great attitude.
So I think we've got to ask you a couple of these points then. King of Cheese.
Yes. So I was when I was DJing, I tried the whole club scene, and I was doing all the sort of mixing of music and happy house and that kind of stuff. And I just didn't get anything from it. I didn't get much reaction from the crowds in the clubs. They dance, but they don't care that you're DJing. They just, as long as you mix it right. And so I went back to just playing ABBA and YMCA and stuff like that.
Love it.
You just get such more out of it as a DJ when you got the crowd reacting and people flying onto the dance floor and whooping and cheering and stuff. So it was pretty cool, and so I just went back to that, and then I got nicknamed as the King of Cheese because it was the easiest way to describe what I do. So, it was good.
Get it now. I did wonder. I thought either you ate loads of cheese or obviously you played very cheesy songs then.
Cheesy,
but
whatever.
we all love them songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are so many people out there that think they know better as a DJ. At the end of the day, you've got to go out there and you've got to play what the crowd want.
Yeah.
And so it was more about giving back to the crowd than it is, what I think is I would want to listen to.
Yeah.
So, and then I'd get in the car and avoid anything that I'd played that night.
For the next week.
Listen to some thrash metal all the way home or something, whatever you couldn't play out there as cheese. But I love that. It was good.
So just enlighten me then. So I know you do events, and that's obviously where I guess I know you from as well as the business. Do you do private DJing as well, or is it just the events, the Radley events?
Not anymore. I don't do private stuff really now. I obviously went through and did the whole sort of weddings, birthday parties, corporate dues, which is what I rose up to in the end. And then I stopped all that. I did it, a lot of it, because I wanted my wife to be a stay-at-home mum. So I had to go and earn 2 incomes.
Okay.
So I was doing the day job, and then I was working in the evenings on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, DJing. And Sunday I would have like this exhaustion hangover. And so when Chris went back to work and we didn't need the money so much anymore, I kind of wound it all down.
Okay.
And then took over Radley, and then you have this incredible itch when you're a performer, or when you've been performing on stage, and that kind of, and I've done it all my life, that you have to go back to it. So I then had this crazy idea one day when I just thought, I'm going to buy a stage trailer and go out and do school sports days and school summer fairs. It was only ever meant to be a kind of low-level thing. And I would just go out there and tell people where to get their tokens for the bouncy castle and that kind of stuff. Never wanted it to be much more than that. And obviously, branding it as Radley, I could class it as work as well as hobby. So,
Advertising.
yeah.
I've seen it at Cop Hill.
Oh, it's everywhere. We go everywhere.
Cross County Show?
Yeah,
I've
of course.
seen it loads of places.
It took off. It absolutely took off, because what we did was we decided that as we would put it down as marketing, so we actually go out. Whenever you see the events team out and about, we're working free of charge. So we don't ever charge for the events team going out.
Wow.
Because we're marketing ourselves, so we win as Radley Windows and Doors. The event organisers are getting us, so it's a win for them. And anybody that's coming to the event doesn't have to pay so much because we're not charging. So it's a win
really nice.
for everybody,
Yeah,
really.
that's amazing.
And then it took off, and now we do about 54 events, I think, last year.
Wow.
That were all free of charge, and some of them, in front of 4,000 or 5,000 people at a time. Cop Hill Climb is a massive one. Obviously, Park Life in Aylesbury is another big one. Tom Lee's Festival, that's an all-day music event that we're part of, which is a charity. And it's just great. It's
Brilliant.
nice, really nice to give something back to the community.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's amazing that you do that completely free of charge. And I get, you're advertising yourself, so there's some PR for you, but still, that's a big chunk of your time of giving back, particularly that amount. 57 of them last year. That's brilliant. That's really good. That's really
And
good.
it's just, it's really nice. And my girls once said to me, "Oh, Dad, you're revolutionary, aren't you?" One of my girls is here. Say hello, Em.
Say hi.
And they said, "Oh, you're quite revolutionary." I was like, "Not really. What we've done is just rewound to when companies in their local community actually supported their local community.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of that
No.
now. So we stand out as Radley because we are giving something back to the community, but there are only a handful of companies that do that in the local area.
Yeah.
And I think it's important. So.
Yeah.
And do you get enough people helping you as well? They offer their help, or do you struggle on that bit?
Same daughter that is here today, she works for the events team, and one of her friends, so they come along and they help me set things up and help me pack it away, but then also they're giving out water bottles and bags and things like that we give away free at these events. And it's nice. I do things with my kids, I get to spend time with my kids,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
really
amazing.
nice.
So, I'm very lucky.
That's really nice. I
And
think
we
one of
must
the-
add, sorry, darling.
No, carry on.
We must add that Emily is with us because she's doing some, work experience with Bucks Radio. So we've got the pleasure of her here.
Yeah.
And we've heard lots
Two
about
links
her.
in a room.
Yeah, Richard needs to watch his job, I think. So be careful. The thing that I was astounded by is your Halloween
Yes.
Yes, of
event,
course.
because that's probably where I first knew what you did from an events perspective, and that is absolutely massive. And has that grown year on year? Because it looks like it has. I mean, it looks huge last year.
Yeah.
It started 4 years ago, I think, as a photo shoot in the corner of our showroom, where we wanted to do just a photo that said "Be safe trick or treating," and we got a child in and we dressed up a door with Halloween stuff. And then we stood there, me and some of my team just stood there, And we said, you know what, we should do this for real. We've got lights, we've got smoke machines, all from the events team anyway. So we phoned up Bucks Radio, actually. It sounds like we're giving them loads of promo today, doesn't it? They're doing all right out of this. We phoned up Bucks Radio and said, look, you know, in 4 days' time is Halloween and we want to do a Halloween event. What can you do? And they're like, it's not really giving us much, but we'll see what we can do. So the first year we had 100 kids came through, and they came through completely free of charge and basically trick-or-treated on our doors. And my staff stayed and they stood behind the doors and answered them for an hour or so. I think we did the first one. And then it grew and grew, and now we do 13 doors. We give out all the sweets completely free of charge. We do ask for a donation for Florence Nightingale Hospice, which is a charity that Radley support. And we had 800 kids come through last year. So
it made me go cold.
It's amazing. Fire breathers outside, food trucks. It's become a whole event.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you come along, you do all your trick-or-treating in one place, and it's nice and safe.
Yeah.
And everybody's happy.
That's brilliant.
It's amazing.
That's
It's
lovely.
incredible.
That's really good. And that's a massive, I mean, that's a big event, isn't it? You know, 800 people through the door is huge.
Yeah.
And everybody knows about it. So I had the pleasure of, not last year, the year before, helping out behind one of the doors. I cannot tell you how tired I was. I mean, the organising of that is just incredible.
Yeah.
But I was shattered. I was sharing it with somebody else. So every time we opened the door, we had to go, Halloween! And they would say, not to the extent that some people did. But yes, I did put something on. But yeah, no, it was really funny. But
What did you do?
they had to dress
Hold
up.
on, rewind.
No, I
What did
opened
you
the door. I mean, I should have been in my pyjamas, shouldn't I, really? But because
That'd be
that's
pretty
me.
scary, possibly,
That
yeah.
would have been scary. I should have come. But no, I was the person that I opened the door because I'm just at home and they have to scare me. It wasn't the other way round.
So you didn't have a witch's face on or anything?
No.
Oh,
We
right.
do encourage. We encourage the dressing up
Okay.
from people,
Just
volunteers.
not
but
me.
it is the kids' job to scare us, and
Yeah.
not our job to scare
I'm
them.
with you
See,
now,
but
sorry.
I was there. But anyway, I got home that night. I was absolutely shattered.
It is
Of opening
tiring.
that
It
door.
is very tiring.
I take my hat off to you.
Yeah, you get one big arm, like from opening the door constantly and closing it.
It was good fun though. The kids are just so happy when you're there and they're getting their little sweets and everything else. So yeah, no, very well organised.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. We're really pleased that we did it. It was an accident, like I say, but it's an accident that worked out really well. So
Brilliant.
that's cool.
I love that. And talk to us about your operations, because that's,
Seriously,
that's a big number.
Yeah, you must have a new knee, surely, by now.
I got
14.
two. I
Is
got
that too
two
much
new
dancing
knees.
at your own events?
No, it's all sporting injuries from when I was younger that started it off. So I used to play roller hockey, which is like field hockey on roller skates.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You didn't
And-
put that in your notes when you said this.
It was quite. I was never very good at football or rugby or cricket or any of the sports at school, but I was good at roller skating, and then I ended up playing roller hockey from the age of about 8 or 9. And then when I was 15, I had a massive accident where I got thrown over a barrier and into some PE equipment, because it was in sports halls, so you had the barriers and then everybody chucked their stuff on the other side, and I ended up in that, twisted my knee. It took me a couple of months to recover from, all bandaged up and on crutches and things. But then it was always kept causing problems for me. And then I think my first knee operation was when I was about 18, to have a sweep there because they felt that there were bits of bone floating around in that knee. And then just went on from there, and I had pins put in, the pins slipped out, tore the cartilage, and just
Golly.
completely. And that was my
14.
left leg, and then I had it rebuilt just when Emily was born, with part of my hip in there and a metal spring. But then I started to get problems on my right leg because I was always compensating for
Yeah,
the
of
fact that my
course.
left leg
Yeah.
was problematic. So I had to have a partial knee replacement on my right leg, and then when they x-rayed that to see how that had been successful or not, they got a glimpse of the left leg at the same time, and they said, the repairs that you had done has degenerated and you got bone on bone. So I had to have a knee replacement on that, which was 2 years ago now.
And are we done now?
Well, I've got 2
So
bionic
far?
knees, yeah. And I've always said to the girls when they, or the kids, because Tyler as well, forget about Tyler. But I've always said to the kids when I go, they're going to have an urn of ashes and then a box of bits to take into the scrapping.
Exactly.
So, because there's a part of me, most of me is metal down.
Do you make a loud noise then when you go through the security in the airport?
No, surprisingly not. I thought I would, because I wondered whether I needed a card or something for the things, but apparently I don't. Sometimes I have to be waved down and with wands and things to tell people that I've got bionic knees and metal knees, but I don't know why they don't pick it up on some of the
I
scanners.
know, well, because I have 2 pins or 2 rods in my back.
Yeah.
And apparently it's because they're titanium and
Right,
it doesn't trigger the thing. But sometimes they do, because I often get wanded down as well. So yeah.
I'm worth even more then when they get that box of bits.
They're
'cause
titanium. Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling a bit left out here.
You don't want it.
I just want to throw one thing in here. I don't have metal, but I have 3 kidneys.
Yes.
We'll move on at that point.
She has
'cause otherwise
3 kidneys.
I'll take over your.
Okay, I'm coming back to that when we finish this, though.
If we're talking health.
She does.
How very cool.
I know. Right, so should we ask Nathan some questions?
Why
some of our
not?
questions that we've thought about before today.
Go on then.
Yes. Do you want to go first?
So you've gone from bedroom DJ at 14 to owning and growing a 27-year-old business. What's next?
Oh, wow. Retirement would be nice. I don't know. I'm going to have a Porsche.
Oh, I know. Good finance company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always said that, that's where I want to be. I want to retire when I don't have to work anymore, and I will own a Porsche.
Fantastic.
And what kind of Porsche are you going to have?
911 something.
Nice.
Carrera or
I'd love it to
something.
be a GT something, but I don't.
Nice.
I think that's too expensive.
GT3.
Yeah, I was always very cross with my dad when because he always wanted a Jag, and he kept telling me how he was going to get a Jag when he retired, and then he retired, and I will get my Jag next year. I'm going to get my Jag. He's got Alzheimer's now. He never got his Jag, and I was just really cross with him that he never did it.
So you have to do it for him.
So I have to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly. Tell my wife that, please.
Yeah. Listen, you don't have to ever talk to me about cars. I live with petrol heads, and my partner has a sports car tool company. Yeah. So we every day, all day, we talk about sports cars in our house. So
and you can imagine
you want to come and talk to your wife, let me know.
And you can imagine I talk about cars every day too. So you're in the right place.
Well, there you go. When I want my Porsche,
you don't have to finance the whole amount. You can just finance a little bit.
Thank you. And what's that company I should go to again, Lesley?
Don't forget it, Tracer Finance.
It doesn't have a theme tune. We need a theme tune.
No,
for
we
Tracer
do. Don't we?
Finance.
I'll have to speak to Bucks Radio about that.
And then we'll all be singing it in our house when I talk about you.
And your Porsche. Okay, if we gave you a set of decks right now and 2,000 people were waiting, what's the first track you would play?
Well, I think you'd go with the obvious. Dancing Queen, YMCA, they're always good ones to get people going and up on the dance floor. You could throw a bit of Usher on there.
I like Usher.
Usher, which is good because that always seems to get a good whoop. If you want to go dancey, it's got to be Insomnia. You drop a bit of that in there and people get very excited, especially people our ages and kind of
Our age. I love that. Our age. I'm your age. Of course I am, Nathan. We found that out earlier.
Yeah. I really couldn't do an 18th birthday party or anything like that now, unless I took Emily with me and she'd have to do it. But yeah, that's those kind of drop those in. Yeah, I think
different kind of music they have now.
Brilliant. And if you had the opportunity to work in your dream role, what would it be?
That's a good one. I've always said if I won, you have that lottery dream where you've won 15 million on the lottery or whatever it is, and you unlimited money. Yeah. I'd buy a nice house. But it would have a lot of land, and down at the bottom I would have an entrance that I would title England, because my surname being Ing, of course. And you'd come in and there would be a go-karting track there.
Oh, wow.
So I think I would have to say it would be a go-karting track.
Wow, amazing.
I like that.
Just remember us, podcast. You came on as a guest.
Yeah.
When you want to come and
When we
Had a
come
nice
and have a go on the
come and whiz around the go-kart track.
Spoil you to lunch.
Thank you. It was lovely.
We always think we're winning the lottery every week in my house. My husband's like, "Can I do the lottery?" He asked me last night, and I was like,
What?
"No."
Ask if you can do it.
Yeah, well, he does extra. He does his own,
Does
whereas
he
I
do
do
the same numbers every week.
No.
Oh,
He
good.
does it. I do. So
You
I'm
do?
already.
I do
yes.
the
What,
same
from the
numbers.
beginning?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Because
no,
what
right
if I
from the
changed them? What if I
beginning.
missed it?
But exactly.
Yeah, but they're on standing order now, so you just forget about
Oh,
it until
golly.
you win. So every single week I do the same numbers. So he'll say, "Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday. Can we do lottery?" And I said no last night. For no reason at all. I just said no.
Oh, no.
And he-
Last night could have been the one.
No, well, that's what he said. And he went, "Oh, well, when we don't win 15 million, yeah, because we've won 15 million since we've been going, haven't we? Not."
When I used to work in retail marketing, I used to head up the convenience division, and one of the client conferences I went to, Camelot were there. You know, Camelot used to run it,
Yeah.
Camelot in Watford, and I happened to sit on the table with their CEO and a number of other people, but they brought somebody who'd won. They brought her in, and she stood up, and everybody was like asking loads of questions, and what did you do with it? And she'd obviously come from a very poor background where she'd not had a lot of money, and she said that she had brought a big house for all of her family to live in, so 12 of them, so they all moved in together, and that she had booked a cruise recently, but she was still paying it off monthly like she used to, because obviously she just couldn't get used to having all this money. But it was brilliant, and they played in the conference, they played a couple of clips of when people thought they'd won, and they rang up the contact centre, and the contact centre say, can you give us the numbers? And then the person on the other end of the phone says, yes, you've won. Just their reactions were just amazing. Some people were just like, what? And some people, you can imagine, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
But really
Maybe
interesting.
we should have a discussion on that on one of our podcasts when it's just the three of us. What would we do if we won the lottery? What would we spend it on?
I think if I got that phone call, though, I think I'd just put it down because I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, is this a wind-up?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and they'd have to phone me back and go, no, don't put the phone down. Honestly, you have won 15 million.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Move on.
I was just about to say we have got some quick fire questions, but we've probably covered the first one, haven't we? With Nathan
Yeah,
and
with
the
the
other
first
questions.
one. Yeah, okay.
So do you want to ask the next one then? And then I'll
Yeah,
ask.
go for it. So Taylor Swift album, you secretly know.
I know most of them.
Word for word. Yeah, which one? Which Taylor Swift album do you secretly know word for word?
Oh, what?
But you're gonna tell-
Every song on it?
Yeah.
It would have to be the Reputation album. I mean, that's the best one going.
I'm not a Swiftie, so...
I'm not either. Sorry, I'm not either.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Can I explain the Taylor Swift story to you
Yes.
and why I'm such a Swiftie?
Have you got a tattoo or anything like
No,
that?
I'm not that bad. My other daughter, Sophie, she was born with a heart condition, and she had to have a lot of open heart surgery, a couple of times, three times open heart surgery, and spinal surgery and a pacemaker and everything to correct all the things that had gone wrong with her. And so we did a lot of travelling. That was up in Birmingham, and we'd go up to Birmingham Children's Hospital a lot, me and Soph. And she'd get in the car and she'd be like, "Can I DJ?" And so she would get in the car, she'd put on Taylor Swift. So me and Soph would zoom up to Birmingham and back in a day, listening to 4 hours of Taylor Swift, basically. And so it grew on me. And
I love that.
so it's because of Soph.
Yeah, that's
that,
lovely.
Yeah, that's
I became
really
a
nice.
Swiftie. So
Yeah, that's a really nice story, and you always associate, I guess, the situation of why when you hear her music.
Yeah,
that's
kind
really
of.
nice.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. It's,
that's
good.
really
It
nice.
is
Lovely.
good.
Brilliant. Did you answer the question though? Did you
Yeah,
answer which?
Reputation.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I
Best album.
was going to say. And then I think here we go. We were talking about this before we arrived today because we always invite our guests for lunch before they come on our podcast.
And a lovely lunch it was, thank you. Anybody that wants to be a guest should do it.
Just for the
just
lunch.
for the lunch.
And we were talking about cooking. So by pure coincidence, we have a question here that we probably know the answer to. But would you rather cook the dinner or load the dishwasher?
I would rather load the dishwasher, but I do quite often do cooking to help out in the house. I believe that, we're a team in the house, so we work together.
Yeah, I love
It's
that.
not my job, but it's not Chris's job to
Yeah.
do the cooking. Chris quite enjoys cooking. But I quite enjoy cooking too, so we kind of take it in turns.
Yeah. Does she enjoy loading the dishwasher just out of
Probably
interest?
not, no. She does like to use the dishwasher zone on the top of the dishwasher to put her cups and plates and things, and then I have to load the dishwasher.
Oh, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we have this debate quite often on this
Sorry,
podcast.
We do.
About dishes, because in our house I'm not allowed. I do it because that, you got to do it occasionally, but it's not my job. So the two jobs that absolutely I don't get involved in is lighting our wood burner and loading the dishwasher. Everything else we share, but they are Richard's jobs and you don't go near them. And then we always have this discussion that I don't do it properly when I load the dishwasher, and you're
I've
the same,
never done
aren't
the
you?
dishwasher
right,
ever,
okay.
and I rarely cook.
We had this thing
What do you
at
do
our
at
house.
home? What do you do?
Nothing.
Apart from putting your
Nothing.
pyjamas on every night, what do you do?
We had this thing in our house that was a bit of a joke one day, and we had blue post-its and pink post-its. And if it was a pink job, I could put a pink post-it on it and the girls would have to do it. And if it was a blue job, it would have a blue post-it on it and I have to do the blue job. I got home one day and the girls were all sort of stood in the kitchen, tucked into a corner, quite scared. There's this massive spider over in the corner of the kitchen.
I love it.
So I'm like, okay, I'll sort it out because I have to sort spiders out. I went over there. There's a blue post-it under the spider. They got that close to put the post-it under there. Which is quite entertaining.
I love that. I don't
that
mind
blue
spiders
pink.
at all, and we get quite a lot of spiders. But we live in quite a remote area. Our house is in a field, so we sometimes get mice. We don't get them in the house anymore, but when we bought our house many years ago, I remember just sitting on the sofa one day and saw this mouse just running, and I have to say they completely freak me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but spiders I can deal with, but mice, no.
We have cats. We're a cat family, so we have mice in our kitchen because the cats bring them in quite regularly for us, which is lovely.
Yeah.
Again, that's a blue post-it note.
Definitely. Brilliant. Right, we're going to move on. So we move on to our standard questions, but we've got a couple of things here where we just want to add in as different things today. So first of all, thank you, Nathan. Although you're obviously part of the rest of the podcast, thank you for sharing your story so openly and for proving that you can build something serious without losing the fun along the way. And it sounds like, Radley Windows is the place to be, and for having fun. So well done.
Thank you.
And for those listeners that listened to our very first guest many months ago, it was Simon Lacey. And Simon Lacey is running the London Marathon this year for Youth Concern. And we've also had Hannah, who is the CEO of Youth Concern, on the podcast. And Simon's just going to talk to you for a little bit about what he's doing, how he's trained, and the progress he's making on his marathon.
Hey, Hustle and Giggle. Simon Lacey here. Thanks for letting me gate crash your podcast. I've finally managed to gain a place via the ballots for the London Marathon this year at the end of April, and I'm running to raise much needed funds for that amazing local charity Youth Concern. Youth Concern do so many great things for 13 to 25-year-olds in the Vale. The youth are our future, and the more we can do to support them to build happy, healthy lives, the better it is going to be for our community to make Aylesbury a stronger, better, happier place to live. If you're able to contribute in any way, shape or form, I'll be eternally grateful. I'm sure the links, etc. will be in the socials. Training so far, well, hey, it's been wet, with rain on most occasions, but I'm up to 50k plus weeks at the moment, and that's accelerating up to 60. And I have a 20-mile race planned in Milton Keynes for the middle of March. So please wish me luck, and if you can help, please do. Thank you. Bye.
So our normal agenda is now to talk about recommendations, and we didn't tell you this, Nathan, so we surprised you with this. But what we like to do is share with our audience any recommendations, so it can be anything. So we talk about wine, we talk about places to go, we talk about food, anything that you think would be of interest to our audience. And what we then do is we tag them in an Instagram post afterwards, and 9 out of 10 times we get messages back from those people thanking us for tagging them. So it's really good PR for them. So anything at all that you'd like to recommend, and by the way, if you haven't got anything, that's absolutely fine too, but anything you'd like to recommend to our audience this week?
Okay, there's a couple of things. So a friend of ours, all of us, I think, Rosh, his gin is amazing. I don't know if you've ever talked about his gin.
No, we haven't.
He was at ABC, wasn't he?
I can't think of his company name, but he's gone full-time into this now and actually taken the leap from doing it part-time to go full-time with his own gins and rums that are out there. So I'm sure you can tag that on there because that's absolutely amazing. The other thing that I would love to tell everybody about, because I only just found it the other day, there's a Lego shop in Aylesbury.
No.
Yes.
Not that I'm a Lego fan, but
There is a Lego shop on Ravens Lane that do like old Lego sets and new Lego sets. But it's a little, it's a small little unit on not Edison Road, but the next one along.
There's a Bessemer Crescent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And he's along there. I'll find the name out so that you can tag it in there as well. It's just a little treasure trove of Lego sets.
Wow.
And so close to where
Dangerously
I work.
Round the corner.
Chris has taken all my cards off me and won't let me go anywhere near that place. But yes, what a little gem that is.
So you can just walk in there. He runs it like a shop. They run it like a shop. That's amazing.
Yeah, and he's got an online as well. Nick is the owner, I believe, and I spoke to him. Just a little business, little sort of backstreet business, if you like, but anybody's welcome there, and it's pretty cool.
And how did you find out about it then?
But somebody told me.
Oh, okay.
And they were trying to describe it, and they were like, you go down Ravens Lane, and you go past this big red building on the left, and I was like, did it say Radley on it? And they're like, actually it did. Yeah, that's my building. And then you turn right, and it's up there. So, it's really cool.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, definitely send me that, and we'll tag them.
I'll find the link out.
Leslie?
Do you know, I've been a busy bee this couple of weeks. So we've been wedding dress shopping. So my daughter's getting married next year. She tried her first dress on.
Oh my God, did you cry?
Oh my God, of course I cried. She looked absolutely stunning in everything she put on because she's just beautiful. But we actually went to one in Berkhamsted for the life of me. Names are not very good in my head, they just go. But anyway, so the one in Burco, and the lady was lovely, and it was just really nice. So I'd recommend that just to go along. There was no pushy sales that she had to get her dress or anything like that, because...
Was that one of the ones you had to... Leslie was sharing with us that apparently a lot of wedding dress shops now, you have to pay to try the dresses on.
Yeah.
You were like, what?
All of them do. All of them do.
You had to
it was one of the ones we had to pay. Yeah, I paid £165 out so far for her to try her dresses on.
Okay.
So save up now, honey, because you've got these girls. So we did that.
I'm sure you can get wedding dresses on Shein.
Vintage all the way.
Primark do a good thing.
Yeah, so that was really nice. She was looked after very well, and we also did one in Beaconsfield.
Oh, nice.
But they're all good. They weren't pushy, which I was half expecting, but really, really nice. So any recommendations would be really on them.
So is that at the end of? Is that the end of wedding dress shopping?
No, we have 3 more.
Oh, wow.
Possibly 4. That's another
It's going to
story.
cost you a fortune before you've even bought one.
It already has.
and based on that one you did at the weekend, or those 2 you did at the weekend, has she come up with like a favourite shortlist?
We've got a nice one, so we're not allowed to give nothing away. But it was, it was really, it's definitely worth going. However much it cost, because you will be surprised what you see on a picture.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, we laugh at that all the time. I go to buy something and it looks great on the photo, doesn't it? And I get it home and there's no way it's going to fit me. But
I've got many Amazon clothes that have had to go back because they're either too small or too big, or I don't look as muscly when I put them on. It's really weird.
No. What a shame.
As the model, the Amazon model who's all muscly.
They always put them on these slim people. But so definitely worth it. And honestly, it's actually worth the money. I think probably because people used to just go and try dresses on, not really getting married, I guess. But she's obviously getting married. But it really did take different to what we thought she was going to have. And then actually she's gone back to the beginning one, which is quite strange. But yeah, she'd kill me if I let on anything more.
Nothing else.
Yeah, you never know who's listening. So yeah, that was good.
Brilliant.
We've done prom dress shopping recently.
Oh, of course.
It's a similar thing.
Yes, absolutely.
So you have to go along and try
Where
all
do you
these.
do prom dress shopping locally then?
Emily?
There's one in Hemel called Proms and Beyond. It's quite new.
Oh, okay. Not that I have any daughters. I have a son who's beyond the sixth form. But I was just interested.
No, we went to one in Westfield. Is it called Club something? Club
Tropicana?
No, it was Club something. But there was one in Westfield that we went to.
What, in the shopping centre?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
right.
out. They have the shopping centre and they've got the shops around the outside. She went to one of them and she got hers from there.
Okay.
But it is like buying a wedding dress because they're so expensive as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Probably not as much, but
No, not
they're
as
very
much. Not by a long way, but they are still
They are
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Cool.
Me, I've got one.
Yes.
It's a bit boring, but it was good. I was at my niece's house last week, and she lives in Wendover, and we decided to walk. She lives on the main road going into Wendover, and we decided to walk to the garden centre. Used to be years ago. Tell me what it was called years ago, and it's
World's
now
End?
Yes, but it's now called Blue Diamond. It's really lovely in there. We had lunch.
nice.
The restaurant was brilliant. It was really nice, and we were in there. But admittedly, it was raining, so we'd walked because she's just had a baby. So we pushed Eva with us, and my sister came as well. But it was really nice in there. It's really nice. I mean, God, have I got to the age of garden centres? I don't know, but it was really nice.
Clearly.
It was really nice, and we were there for about an hour and a half. It was lovely. We all came out with something that we didn't plan to buy. Obviously, I came out with a floating lamp.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so nice.
Why am I all in it?
I don't know, because you're on a podcast.
Yeah, right, okay.
Anyway,
do you know the only thing I found? Something I didn't like about that is as you're going through, you have to go all the way to the end.
It's like
to pay.
IKEA, isn't it?
Yeah, and I really didn't
Yeah.
like that because I was forever trying to find somewhere
Yeah.
where I could just pay and then move on to the next bit.
You were
But,
right.
Yeah,
and
that's my only downside.
And there's
to
more
that.
queuing to pay. People were trying to just get out who
through.
hadn't brought anything.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of definitely a bit strange at the end. But it's really nice. And we just grabbed some lunch in there. But
Nice.
they seem to do Sunday lunch in there, afternoon
Yeah.
tea. It's really, really nice. Really
Blue
nice.
Diamond have also bought Frosts over in Woburn Sands.
Oh, have they?
And it's quite a prestigious thing that they're buying these places.
Oh, okay.
So I think it will uplift it to this new kind of,
Nice.
I don't know, standard, if you
Yeah.
like, quite a higher standard,
Yes.
perhaps.
Yeah, definitely.
Of what it was.
Yeah.
From what it was.
No, definitely. And they sold flowers and plants.
That's amazing.
Because, they were a garden
Get
centre.
Karma in there.
What about what's happening then? What we got coming up for the next couple of weeks? What's on our agenda? Anything exciting?
We've got exciting things happening. So tomorrow night, I know the podcast goes out on a Tuesday, but tomorrow night I'm watching Anthony at the Artisan again. So maybe we can tag them in because they've been great to Anthony.
Anthony is
my
Leslie's son, who's an amazing singer.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So he's at the Artisan performing tomorrow night. We're going to do that. I'm back running with Recovery Runners, which has been great.
Is that after Hannah last time?
Yeah, no, well, I had done it last year anyway, so
Okay.
I was part of the group, but I'm back now, couched 5K, and we did 5K the other day, not non-stop, we build up to that, but, that is just such a great opportunity
Yeah.
of people that are on their own. There was a lot of people there, and
big
it's
group. I
a
saw a
really
photo
big
of
group.
it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
It's
really
really
good.
grown, and, they're great.
When are you running next?
Tonight.
Oh, wow. Brilliant.
Yes. So I'll be doing another 5K.
Can I just mention something coming up that I've been
Yeah,
working
of course.
on? For anybody that knows Radley, previous to me owning it, the guy that previously owned it, Charles, he was my mentor, my friend and everything, sadly passed away last year from pancreatic cancer. And we're actually on the 11th of April, which is a Saturday, we're going to do a quiz night to raise money for Pancreatic Cancer UK. It's going to be
nice.
up at the Chiltern Forest Golf Club.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm going to host it. We're going to do that and try and raise some money for
Brilliant.
that. So
That's nice.
Yeah,
if
that's
anybody wants the
nice.
table,
Yeah.
just let us know.
Maybe we can see where we are.
I will tag them in anyway, Chiltern Forest, to talk about it. But if you've got like a poster or anything that you're advertising on social, send it me and we'll share it online.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing.
That sounds
Thank
good.
you.
I'm no good at quizzes. I'm really thick and can't
too,
remember
that's why I hosted.
anything. Yeah, maybe I could help you host.
You can host. Yeah, we could do this together.
Amazing. But I thought maybe we could get a hustle and giggle table because Karma and Abe and Richard and that. So that might be a good idea.
That's a really nice idea.
Maybe
I shall
have
send
the
you the
kids there.
details.
That's a nice idea.
Amazing.
But I don't want you on our table.
You don't want me.
I think we'll go to the host thing. You can host and we'll just look at everybody else.
I'll just stand there. I would say I'd stand there pretty, but there's no chance of that. I'll stand next to you and just help you.
It's either
There's a deal.
This pretty or that pretty, and everyone would rather look at you, Lesley, than me, so you'll be fine.
Thank you.
We've got a few busy things coming up. We're out with some friends tomorrow night for a curry. On Sunday, it's a friend's birthday, and there's 12 of us, I think, going out for lunch in Woburn.
Wow.
Girls' lunch.
Nice.
No boys allowed. And then we're off to Plymouth for the weekend in a couple of weeks, which is an exciting time away for us. But yeah, lots going on. Work is busy, which is great. So it's really good. Really good at the moment.
And I totally forgot, honey, we're together tomorrow. We're going to Silverstone
tomorrow. Don't get excited.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, whoa.
We're going to an AI training day that's run by Google Garage at Silverstone tomorrow.
Wow.
So I saw it. I've done some courses with Google Garage anyway, and shared it with Karma and Lesley, and Lesley's coming, so we've got a day out tomorrow.
We have.
Which will be lovely.
Yeah, I love that.
And I love Silverstone as well.
Yeah, if we get bored, we'll just go over to the nice Escada, the new restaurant over there, and the gym. We'll just do that.
To be honest, if I'm going, it's a dirty burger and I'm watching some touring cars. So, I haven't really tried all the posh restaurants in Silverstone, but I shall go and give it a go sometime.
Actually, on a serious note, that new restaurant that's near all the houses, the memorabilia in there is amazing. They have got the most beautiful things around, pictures, and it's lovely. It's really nice. And you can sit and watch your racing, right, if you book a table by the window.
Yeah.
It's really nice there.
Probably costs a lot of money.
No. We've done it a couple of times. It's not what you think, actually. It's good.
On race days, it will be more.
Probably a bit more than your burger, if in fairness.
I normally manage to squeeze my way into some pit garage anyway to go and watch the racing from somewhere.
Cheeky. Brilliant. So, Nathan, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast. And, come back again. It's been great.
When Karma's not here again, I'll come and be your third lady.
Exactly.
We want you in a dress next time.
I'll have to go and buy one from a prom shop or somewhere.
But seriously, thank you, everybody who continues to support us here at Hustle and Giggle. Bucks Radio for their sterling work, particularly Richard, although Nathan last week as well. We must give Nathan a shout out.
The other Nathan.
Not this Nathan, the other Nathan. So many Nathans.
The better looking Nathan.
and to Lesley and I for holding the fort whilst Karma claims to be working in Portugal.
Oh, we do miss her.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
The Hustle and Giggle Podcast.